If you've got a broken needle in your sewing machine, then this video is going to help you change your needle and get back sewing. So you're going to need a flathead screwdriver to be able to do this on this particular Kenmore. So the screw that holds the needle is to the right hand side. So you can see there I'm undoing it. Now sometimes when you unscrew the needle, it's going to stick up in there still. So you need to gently pull that out. Other times it just falls out like it does here. And in that case, you need to make sure that the tip of that needle hasn't broken off and fallen into where the bobbin is. So check around the feed dogs and check underneath where the bobbin is, and just make sure that you have that little tip of the needle, especially if the needle has broken. So here I'm just going to show you what that needle tip looks like, because this is often found in and around where the bobbin is, and it can cause problems later on when you're sewing with the thread getting all taffled up. So make sure that you take a little bit of time to pull out that bobbin, check around the bobbin and check underneath the machine just to make sure that you haven't gotten that needle tip stuck anywhere. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm checking all around the needle chamber and just making sure that everything has indeed been taken care of and I don't have any needle parts that are going to interfere with threading the machine later on. Now it's time to put in your sewing machine needle. So for this machine, I have to make sure that either needle is facing left to right. On a modern sewing machine, it usually goes front to back. But in my machine, it's left to right. So I've got to make sure that the flat side of the needle and the rounded side of the needle are going to be aligned appropriately. Most sewing machines will only let you put your needle in one way, and that flat side is going to go in a particular direction. So on my machine, it is going in a certain way. So you want to make sure that that needle is going to be lined up, ready to go in. My needle needs to go with the flat side towards the right, so the flat side goes to where the screw is. Now what you need to do is carefully lower your needle, make sure you've got a good hold of it. You want to lower the needle down where the needle would normally go when you're sewing and would pick up the bobbin thread. So you want to make sure that that is held tight. You don't want to be coming in at an angle. You want to try and come in as straight as you can and make sure that flat side is facing the screw. So what you do is you take that needle, you want to push it up as high as you can into that slot that's in there, and then screw it down hand tight with one hand, and then you'll need your flathead screwdriver again to give it another little twist to make sure it's really secure. And that's it. You've changed the needle. You are ready to go with threading up